more. You don't mind if I record the...
No.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
Makes writing a little easier.
Yeah.
Less writing, the better.
It's fine.
But yeah, so I started in PR last year, and I came from a science background, university.
Really?
And,
brain, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess. And then I ended up in PR. I thought I wanted to change the pace, and been fully embracing it since then. I do graphic design. I guess you saw one of my pieces.
I saw that. That was sick. I mean,
I figured that might be up your alley. So.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's this project that you're up to here?
So doing a little profile interview on
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward profile interview on a professional in Ottawa.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I was really interested in it. There's not a lot of ad firms in Ottawa specifically, only public affairs and stuff like that. But I wanted to see, the advertising side of things. I know you guys do a lot of work with municipal, federal.
Yeah, we do a lot of government work, but we do some. We do everything basically from working with Public Safety Canada on one end of the spectrum to something like launching the new Stray Dog Brewery on the the other side of the spectrum, right? And having some fun, or doing Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
At the aviation.
Did you do Comic Con? No, it's not Comic Con here. It's,
no, well, yeah, well, we specifically we got it through Comic Con through the Museum of Nature because they had that big dinosaur exhibit.
Yeah.
So they just basically wanted the dinosaur to roam around the Comic Con crowd and stuff.
Why not?
Fun.
Yeah. So I'll give you the questions here. You can just read them over real quick, and then we'll actually go in. But yeah, very straightforward. The interview was just going to be for my class, for my prof to look over.
What was your journey here to this role? To be honest with you, I studied journalism first before PR.
Okay.
I didn't even do anything like that, and it was funny because I got into Concordia University, and I was getting ready to basically wanted to be like a writer, work at a newspaper and stuff. This was years ago, type of thing before things started changing and stuff. So I wouldn't recommend that nowadays. But so the interesting thing was right after I graduated from Concordia, I ended up at the CBC, and I was doing writing and researching for the news, the 6 o'clock news, and this is all in Montreal. Because I'm originally from Montreal. And then after that, I moved on to CTV in Montreal, and I also did writing and researching for them as well too. So trying to keep basically the stuff that I studied, And then I moved on again. So here's the interesting thing, because both times, if I had a chance to stay on, I would, but because of budget cuts and stuff like that, I was let go. So I ended up at the Just Lost Comedy Festival, and that's where my PR thing began. Because so I got to basically do stuff with their programming, and write their program. So I had the writing skills to write the actual festival program, but also to interact with the celebrities and stuff, and take care of them and what have you. So that kind of it bridged the two. And then after that, I ended up at the Chum radio stations in Montreal, Chum FM, the rock station, and Oldies 990. And then that's when I became a promotion coordinator. So basically, doing the whole thing, set up at teardowns at events and stuff like that, or whatever. And even at that time, still, I mean, I didn't consider myself as an outgoing person type of thing. And doing the whole VR stuff, I was kind of not really introverted, but more on the quiet side. Yeah. But then my boss said, what, if you really want to do this, you really got, because you're going to be on the front lines, and you're going to basically, be in front of everybody, so you've got to step up type of thing. Yeah. And I think that's when I started to gain the confidence to go out there and speak in front of many people and stuff, and have no issues with regards to meeting people up front and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. So I was there for 3 years for the radio stations in Montreal, and then I got a call to come here to Ottawa. To be the promotion director. So basically I was a promotion coordinator in Montreal, and then it was a step up in the career to be the promotion director, but it was a smaller market because from Montreal to Ottawa. Yeah, obviously. So I was doing that. So then I moved here in 97, and then I've been kind of with the company ever since, because I was working for Cool FM and CFRA at that time, and then after that we were bought out by it was called CTV Global Media. So then it was basically the radio stations, Cool, which became Bob, and CFRA, and the team, which is now TSN, and Magic 100. And so was taking care of that, doing the marketing, promotions, and the branding for that. And then when Bell Media bought us out, then that's when CTV started was put onto my plate
Okay.
to work there. So yeah, so I've been with that company for about like 17 years until the big budget cuts came. Absolutely, right? It's this industry basically where they want to do more with less, so they just keep on cutting salaries and stuff. So after that, I ended up at Comic-Con for 6 months. So that was fun. But again, you know, it was a small company, and they didn't have the manpower or the facilities to basically take it to the next level. And then I got recruited basically from Ackart type of thing, because they were looking for somebody to overlook the Star Trek exhibit at the Aviation Museum. Okay. So that's basically how it is. So working at that agency, you know, is very new to me. Like I only started there last February, not this year, so it's almost a year. But in the public relations side of things or whatever, it's close to 20 years type of thing. So that's basically my journey.
Okay, wow.
So that's it. What are some of the strengths and weaknesses of the organization?
Yeah.
I think its strength is that it's been around for 40 years. We're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow.
So it's been around. There's a lot of heritage with it. There's also a lot of the core clients that we that they've kept over the years, like government and things like that. But I guess, I don't know if you call it a weakness, but I think every company has this this challenge of trying to basically adapt to new media and what's next on the cutting edge to try and stay ahead of everybody. I think it wouldn't be more of a weakness, but more of a challenge in that sense, because there's a lot of new opportunities that are going out there. And for an agency that's been around for 40 years, which basically first started as a print agency, you know, doing magazines and doing, you know, publishing and stuff like that, then moving into that whole new media thing, because we're pretty strong at that. But again, there's a lot of new things that are coming down the pipeline that, you know, we always have to try and adapt. But I think it's not only us. I think there's a lot of agencies basically that have to do that. Who do you report to? I basically report to the vice president of the company. His name is John Westbrook, and I think he's like spoken in some of your classes and stuff like that. So so the structure is there's a president, and then there's a vice president, and then basically there's myself, who's the director of public relations, experiential. There's a creative director who's in charge of all the creative side of things, and you know there's other departments like finance and accounting and stuff like that or whatever. But the company is small. It's just, well, I guess medium sized in a sense for a company. There's about like 30 employees. Okay. So you know it's big enough, but again small enough to be kind of like a family. So it's not that. It's not crazy like a huge.
You're not like a corporate organization where you don't know who's across the building from you.
Well, that's something like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. I've always found working like 30, like 40 is perfect.
No, it is. It really, really is. I mean, working from Bell Media was a different story, right? Because that's a big, conglomerate, right? So dealing with everybody in Toronto and this and that, it's just you just basically a cog in the whole wheel type of thing.
Exactly. Whereas this, you know what everyone's doing. And it makes your job easier.
Absolutely.
You can help people out, they can help you out with certain projects, and it's just
for sure. Yeah, for sure. If we're sitting here a year from now, celebrating what a great year it's been for your role, what did you achieve? Well, I think they brought me on. They brought me on basically to up their whole media relations and their public relations side of things, because in the past, what they would do is just contract that out. So if they got a contract, let's say from the government or from a client, and they needed public relations experience, what they would go is they would go to a PR agency, or they would whatever, and basically pay them. Like they didn't have their own, basically, whatever. And then when they brought me on board, then they realized, holy crap, JR knows all these people in town, like, and he can do the media relations, why do we have to pay someone extra to do it outside of the company, right? So I like to think that I brought the agency up to to help them out with that. Yeah. I don't think we've achieved where we want to be yet, because it's only been a year, and I'm really new at the agency, but I like to think I've made some great contributions. I think they were very happy with my work when I was working for the Star Trek thing in the Aviation Museum. So, yeah, that's kind of good.
You just kind of hope to carry that on and then bring new potential.
Oh, absolutely, definitely.
Okay.
What have you been most satisfied?
Some of these questions. These are scripted questions.
I think I know, that's hilarious.
I have to answer. That's my procval. If you don't want to, you don't have to answer all of them.
No, it's okay. I think there's a time when I'm most satisfied is when I have a nice work-life balance.
Yeah.
because working at Bell Media was great. The people were fantastic that I was working with.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the demands of the job, the demands of the industry have changed since the 17 years when I first started. Because again, with budgets being slashed and agency advertising revenues have all fallen, type of thing. And then they start cutting people, and they start cutting departments, and they just expect you to do more and more and more with less. And then the stress just gets a little crazier. And at one point, it felt like I had like a 24/7 job, and I was only in marketing and promotions. I wasn't saving lives, So it was it was getting to be stressful. So when I was let go, I was kind of bummed out, like we all would be, when you got laid off. But to be honest with you, I look back at it now 2 years. It's been 2 years. It's kind of like been a blessing in disguise, because now working at the advertising agency, I have a nice work-life balance. It's basically a 9 to 5, except for when there's an event that I have to do. But for the most part, it's nothing like where before I would have to be at work at around quarter to 8 in the morning. But then I would finish work around 6. But then if I had to still go to the hockey game, or I had to still go do whatever, and then I'd get home around midnight, 1 o'clock type of stuff. So and that was like constant. So
on weekends, I'm sure there's always something going on.
There was always a weekend. That's what I always joke with people, and they say, what's your life like at the advertising agency? At the ad agency, and I said, you know what? I've got my evenings and weekends back. That's what I cherish. So it's not money. I mean, I'm at that age now where I mean, it's great for us to all, get paid what we deserve and whatever. But at that point in my life now, it's not more about money. It's more about being happy and just being fulfilled and just like achieving a nice work-life balance and not worrying and stressing about anything. Like when I go home tonight, I'm just gonna chill and watch Netflix or play my PlayStation or whatever. But back then when I was at Bell Media, it was more like I still had to do projects. I had to do my PowerPoints and stuff, but it was just nonstop.
Yeah. I mean, it's great when you're starting off. I mean, I get the idea that a lot of people I know that are at firms now, they're like, I just work. All I do is work, which is great when they're starting there. But like 10 years from now, I don't want to be doing this.
I know. Well, see, here's the deal. Like, how old are you, Sam?
I'm 23.
You're 23. You say so. Like, I would always say to people, like, if I'm in my 20s, I can deal with that. Type of thing. I am 52.
Really?
So Asian genes. Right?
Okay, yeah.
I was born in 64. Yeah. So it's this point now where it's like, I don't want to be, setting up remotes or being on site at 6:30 in the morning or whatever. Like, I've been there, done that. I mean, I had a good time when I was doing that, but I'm at another point in my career where I just basically I like to make a difference. I like to basically, do the best I can do, but also have that nice work-life balance.
Yeah. I've set enough banner stands up at events now. I still do it. I do it right now for my job. I had to take them down the other day. If I go into work and then they're like, okay, so you're here. I work part-time in the communications and PR department of the college.
Yeah,
and,
how's that coming along?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's great. But I walk in, they're like, okay, you go take down these stands. And I was like, okay, this is the 30th time in the last 4 weeks, but that's okay.
When you basically work for the comms department at Algonquin, do you basically go out to different events on behalf of Algonquin? Like, is that part of your...
Oh, the ones we organize.
Oh, the ones you organize.
So we have multiple different events that we do for specific stakeholder relations. Mostly it's for stakeholder relations and government relations, with a variety of other things. So one project I talk about is we're working on developing a new health care center. We need to get $64 million for developing it. Right now we're trying to create a need. There is already a need for healthcare centers with the aging population and other things like that. But we want to kind of make more of a community understanding around this, especially with a lot of our stakeholders. So we do events like, this morning I was working an event, so we'd have guest speakers come in from different areas. We had one on Immigration Network talk about new Canadian health, and talk to a variety of stakeholders we had come to the event about why that's important and stuff like that. So we continue to push that. So it's very PR. It's the PR connecting to the marketing, connecting to the business development, all that. So that's kind of stuff, events that I work on, but I usually do a lot of it's in social media, digital media development for that. I don't do a lot of strategy right now. I do a little bit where I can, but mostly writing. like a lot of junior stuff, but
great,
they give me opportunities to like go to workshops
Nice.
and go to like bigger board meetings to just listen and get a better understanding of what's going on. So
Good for
yeah,
you, buddy.
yeah, man,
That's
I love
great.
it. I love it. Honestly, like I said, I started this a year ago, and then I've just jumped like headfirst into it.
You know what? I guess when you basically feel comfortable with what you're doing and it doesn't really become work, it's just like,
It's fun. I love
it's
it.
fun. That's the whole deal. I love what I do as well, too.
Yeah.
What's a typical day like for you?
If there is one.
Yeah, well, more so now. It's more like a 9 to 5. So I come in and basically meet with clients.
Yeah.
Do a lot of business development. We're meeting new clients to see if there's any possibility of, bringing on board to the agency so that we can work together. Basically, putting together public relations strategies, media strategies for clients, that type of thing. Also to basically. I think doing a lot of. I don't know. It's interesting because the thing is, days change all the time, but for the most part, it's kind of like a typical 9 to 5. Oh, also too, like basically looking out for whatever's new type of thing, and trying to see whether or not we can partner with. Partnerships is one another big thing that I deal with a lot. Especially in this town, where you're dealing with government. The government really doesn't want to have sponsorships anymore because of the whole sponsorship scandal and money exchanging hands. So what they want to do is develop partnerships. Okay. And it's my job basically to try and liaise basically with the government and certain agencies and stuff. So it's more like a partnership. It's not like a sponsorship or whatever. So I do a lot of that.
Change the word for it. That's a great spin. I like that.
Well, there you go.
I'm sure there's legality things to it.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Okay, so what is the biggest challenge in your role? Again, I think the biggest challenge is this. Well, in this specific town, the biggest challenge is that there are just too many agencies per capita. There really is. Yeah. I find also too that a lot of people who are in media who are, basically who have left the business or who have been let go from the business, all of a sudden open up their own agency type of thing. So they do a lot of that.
Is there a lot of ad agencies in Norway?
Yeah, but I don't, not really ad agencies in the sense of ad, but more so like creative agencies. And like people, they start their own little business. And,
and like again, 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
Red Brick Rooster, that's one that just opened up not long ago. I don't know if you've heard that one.
Yeah, that's right, But not even 4 or 5 people. Some people, they just do it on their own type of thing, right? So there's like one person and they just contracting everybody out.
Carolyn McCass, I don't know if you know her. She's one that...
Yes.
She does tons of stuff, but it's just her. And she just gets, outsources one or 2 people or subcontracts people. So... Yes, it's competitive, for sure.
It is competitive, but...
you like that, though?
Pardon?
You like the competitiveness, too?
In one way, it is. It's great, but there's all the other time, basically, where, you run the risk of always people undercutting you, type of thing, right?
Okay.
So that's a thing.
So how do you go about avoiding that?
You know what? You just basically have to prove that you can put your best foot forward with regards to the work that we've done over the years and stuff to just kind of like show people that, what you're paying for is what you're going to get, type of thing. And we have a dedicated staff for certain things as well, too. I mean, certain people are like, oh, yeah, we'll do your media strategy for you, and they just dump it on some kid who's like doing something that there's really where we have a team basically who get things done and stuff like that. So
this is a combination of the credibility of your co-workers, employees, and then obviously the history of the organization and your job building up those partnerships and relationships with your client base.
Absolutely. Who is your role model and why? Holy crap! I don't know if I have a role model really.
You have a mentor when you were starting off?
Well, you know what? It's so funny. You know who my role model is, because I'm a Comic-Con geekster type of thing or whatever. And I always said to myself when I was working at Comic-Con, I want to be the next Chris Hardwick. So that really
right on.
Because geek is in. But again, it's just not being like smart. It's also just being knowledgeable, but also being personable. Also just being out there with the crowd type of thing or whatever. So because usually the term geek or nerdster back in the olden days is just like, so you have this kid with the glasses and stuff. But
it's the hipster now.
Yeah, that's right. It was very introverted and didn't really like get along with people. But now all of a sudden it's just like if you combine the two, then that's the thing. So maybe I think that's just like
everyone's nerdy in their own way now.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Like everyone has like a little something that they're a little nerdy about. Like I love anime, but I mean most people would never know that I'm into anime when they first meet me.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. What do you think about the new Ghost in the Shell movie?
I am conflicted.
Yeah, I can.
They don't. So I keep hearing they're not going to go into the like philosophical aspects of tech development. That it's mostly just going to be about the actual just plot of the movie, about the conflict in the movie, but they're not going to really go into what does this mean for humanity with these advancements, like Black Mirror does.
Right.
Which I actually love the fact that Black Mirror and Ghost in the Shell kind of mirror each other.
Oh, do they really?
Have you watched Black Mirror? I'm sure you have. Yeah, come on. I'm sure you've watched Black Mirror.
Yeah, my favorite basically is that that episode in season 3 where the kid's computer was like,
that's the only episode that was very much like it could happen now.
Yep, that's right. I mean, the Bryce Dallas Howard one was fun. That episode where we're being liked all the time and stuff. That was cute or whatever. But that one, I mean, that can happen now. So what I did basically was I basically took some tape and put it over the camera.
I see people all the time with a little piece of tape over. I'm just like, that person watches Black Mirror.
Yeah, sure. No, you just don't know, right? You just don't know.
It's fine. I mean, people want to do that. I don't know.
Well, I was just hoping that the new Ghost in the Shell doesn't end up like, and you might be too young for this because they did a movie based on Aeon Flux, with...
okay, yeah, I saw the live action version.
Yeah, type of thing, and just didn't do justice.
Is it based off a graphic novel?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay. That's another anime sort of thing. Big time.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I liked Aeon Flux, but I didn't read the manga. It was a manga, right?
Yes,
I didn't read. Okay, I might have to check it out.
Oh, yeah. See, when that came out, you're too young, so don't worry about that. What things do you not like to do? What do I don't like to do? I don't know. I mean, what do I do not like to do?
Do you hate your printer?
Do I what? Sorry?
Do you hate your printer, or do you?
No. I mean,
the printer. You get along with your printer. Okay, so there's nothing you don't hate. Right,
no. What things do you not like to do? I mean, I think what I don't like doing is procrastinating. Because that basically, I get, it's so easy for me to fall into that trap.
Yeah.
Where then, 1 hour becomes 3, becomes 5 and stuff, and then the work doesn't get done, type of thing.
You're still
or whatever.
Billing your client potentially. And
Absolutely. So, that's something I'm not too crazy about. But you consider the most significant in career. Okay, this is good. This is good.
That's a better one.
I was at Cool FM when I first started in '97, and we did this promotion called A Cool Day at the Beach.
Okay.
And so maybe you weren't even born yet, or whatever. But what happened was, a lot of other radio stations, and this was during our ratings period, a lot of other radio stations would give away trips, to all-inclusives for a week. So it was like a dime a dozen, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to do something different. So basically what I did was I worked with Sandals in the Bahamas.
Oh, really?
And I also worked with the Bahamian Tourist Board.
Okay.
And at that time it was First Air, like the airline that we because you could rent the planes. And this was before 9/11, right? This is like 98, I think it was, or 99 that we did this. And so what we did was we called it A Cool Day at the Beach.
Nice.
And basically we flew down a plane load of contest winners down for the day and then brought them back at night. So basically the street talk was like, so what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I'm just jetting down to the Bahamas for the day. I'll see you tomorrow. As opposed to doing the whole week thing.
Right.
So what happened was we left Ottawa, I guess it was like 7:30 in the morning. We got to Nassau at around, 9:30, 10.
Yeah.
And then we worked with Samuel's in Nassau. And then they have a private island for partying. So we all took the ferry to the private island and we just partied, had a great time and stuff. And then we went back, I think it was like we took the 9 o'clock flight back.
Yeah.
Like it was a chartered plane, right?
Yeah.
And then we got back around 11:30. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that was one of my favorite promotions I've ever done.
Yeah.
But again, all the stars had to align correctly because you can plan. Then you get to the Bahamas. If it's raining, you're screwed, right?
Yeah.
So, but it was a gorgeous day and nothing went wrong.
Yeah.
And
How much media did that pull up?
Sorry?
How much media did you pull up from that?
Well, back then, it was the Ottawa Citizen, Ottawa Sun, because I think it was A Channel at the time, or New RO that was basically doing it. So yeah, and it's so funny because back then they didn't really think of it as earned media. It was just like, you just got some press.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay,
type of thing, So
media wasn't really...
Yeah, and you really can't quantify. Nowadays you can quantify their media, but back then it was like, so did you get any press out of it? And, so I got this, cut out the articles in the newspaper.
Get your clippings?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Not for me personally, but for the station, so then you
so they know what's happening. That's so funny.
But that was one of my most favorite promotions. I mean, I've done other stuff with Magic 100 called Breakfast in Barbados, but those are like cookie cutter promotions. Like it's already done. You go to Barbados for the week and broadcast live, and that's fun. But coming up with the whole Cool Day at the Beach was us. Like,
it's
we
very
developed
hip.
that.
It's very like, your audience is about like people between like early 20s.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
For Cool FM, it was like it was a top 40 station. It was like the hot 89.9, whatever, but skewing a little older. It's like 25-year-olds type of thing, right? But it was all top 40 music, basically. So it was the perfect demographic, and again, then I tried to replicate it again, but then again, it's tough because you just don't know what's going to happen. Again, you plan. The second time around, you get there, and the weather's not great, or the resort is not as good as whatever.
Some issue with customs.
That's right, and you're right, and then. By the time we got around to thinking of planning it or whatever, 9/11 happened. And then
no way.
There's no way.
You can't just go to. What drugs do you bring back with you? Like,
I know. You just can't do that anymore, and you can't like rent planes to do it. I mean, you could, but it'll be cost you a fortune to do. It's not like.
But I mean, that's a really cool idea. Though. That's really.
I loved it. That was one of my favorites. A cool day at the beach. Tell me about when not working, what kind of things things I like to do. Work out at the gym is what I like to do, so it gets rid of the stress. PlayStation 4.
Nice. What's your favorite game?
Final Fantasy 15 is what I'm doing right now.
Nice. Okay.
Absolutely. Netflixing it a lot. I do a lot of Netflix,
favorite
which
show?
is great. Well, I guess lately Stranger Things.
Stranger Things right now. Okay.
Absolutely. I mean, I finished it now, but doing a lot of Nordic noir stuff is what I'm also a big fan of.
Okay.
So
it's a new show based in Newfoundland. Filmed in Newfoundland. It's got the guy that was in the new Conan, Age of Conan movie. Oh my God, it's going to drive me nuts. Anyway, but you watched Age of Conan, the newest one that came out like 3-4 years ago?
No.
He's Zoe Kravitz, her mother. Is married
Lisa
to him.
Bonet. Jason Momoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a new show. It's got 2 seasons now. Based in Newfoundland, Viking show, North show. That's gonna.
It's called Vikings?
It's not Vikings.
No, it's the other one. It's called Frontier, I think, isn't it?
I think it's Frontier. Yes.
Yeah, on the History Channel.
Yeah. You check that out?
No, I haven't checked it.
Okay, Vikings for now. You'll get that.
Well, yeah,
Vikings was good. It started off. I watched the first episodes. Wasn't too sure about it, but I think
my sister and her husband basically swear by that. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, so I love that. So, but yes, that's what I like to do. Also help out charity. I do a charity work. So, and this this charity that I've only started working with closely is called Suits of Style.
Okay.
And basically what they do is they basically provide suits and clothing makeovers for disadvantaged men who basically are going for job interviews and stuff.
I've heard of this.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so there's a big fundraiser happening in about a month or something. So
yeah,
so I'll do that on the side, but for the most part, I value my alone time because, as you know, when you're in PR, you're always in everybody's face. You always have to be on.
Yes.
And you always have to smile no matter what type of thing. So there are just times where you just want to stay home and just chill and
No, I completely agree.
Yeah.
I know that all too well.
Yeah, there you go. Do you volunteer now? Yes, that's it. Well, so right now, Suits of Style. In the past, volunteered for the Ottawa Heart Institute. I was on their board basically when they were doing the telethons on CTV. So when I was working for Bell, I used to do that as well too, and also do media relations for that. So that's
how important
basically
is community involvement outside of work to you, or in this field in general? How important do you think?
It's a great way to network. It's a great way to basically also show your skills that you are adaptable to certain things. So it doesn't hurt, obviously, but you got to. But the thing is, I always tell people that if you're going to pick like a not-for-profit, do one basically that you have something that like you have an affinity for, like that you really want to work with. Don't just do one like okay, I'll volunteer at the food bank, but if you're not into it and if you just don't want to stock food and this or that or whatever, you're not going to get anything out of it, and you're just going to find it more of a chore. Type of thing.
You work enough, do you really want to
Well, that's the whole deal.
Exactly.
So I always tell my friends or people that if they want to volunteer somewhere, pick something that you really, really want to do, that you really feel passionate about, and that you believe in. I pick suits and socks like to dress up. So,
yeah, you got a nice jacket.
So that's the whole deal. Well, you'd probably do that too, because you like to dress up. I noticed you at CPRS type of thing. So
that was early days of that new job. I've picked up a few cotton ties since then.
I got sharp, buddy.
Got working sharp. Getting up there.
What is your best piece of advice for a soon-to-be grad like myself? Yeah. Okay, my best piece of advice is, I think, try to because public relations and media relations and things like that require you to basically be out there and to, you can't be shy, right? You can't be introverted. You have to basically, be able to mix and mingle freely without any issues and stuff like that. So I kind of feel the more, if you try to volunteer somewhere where you can be out in the public type of thing, or where you're dealing with the public, it just builds up confidence, and that would work. But also too, the organization, like the association you're with, like CPRS type of thing, right? That's a good way of to help out as well too, especially with regards to like setting up the events or something like that, or helping out with, which is really good. I find also too that public relations I find is something that you really can't learn through a textbook. No. Like they do teach it and stuff and whatever, and you have to what have you, but when it comes right down to it, when you're thrown into the field, then you basically have to, I guess, think on your feet, and you have to basically be valuable to whatever's thrown your way. So it's not like, okay, so in chapter 3, what happens in this situation or whatever. There are some guidelines, right? But I never basically took a public relations course. Well, I've just done the journalism course.
Majority of people I know that are professionals in the last 20 years, 30 years, never went to school for PR. There wasn't anything. There was sociology, psychology, maybe some law,
that's it,
and journalism.
That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah, now we have PR, but that's what's great about the program I do is because it's all practical. What I find is you need that.
Right.
They have the university program at Ottawa U. I don't know, you've probably heard of it.
Yes, I've heard of it. Yeah.
And
what's his name? That guy there I saw at CPRS. He's teaching it, right?
Oh, what's his name?
I know, but we know
the public affairs guy.
Yeah, the public affairs guy.
He's a big advocate for you gotta go to university for PR.
Yeah, well, it's out, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's all good. But I find that, the CPRS thing is cool, if you want to get involved with that. But I like to say, but don't pigeonhole yourself, I also find, too, this is really helpful as well, too, because I never was like this. But if you could get to go to networking activities, besides CPRS, like go to the Ottawa Chamber of Commerce event or this or that, but go by yourself type of thing, as opposed to dragging a girlfriend, or
whatever. Forces you to actually have to go in.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because that's one thing that a lot of people tell me. It's like, JR, what? It's like, I'm pretty impressed with the way you could just walk into a crowd and start shaking hands and kissing babies and talking to people without, any whatever. And I think of it as it's natural to me. It's like second nature, but you have to get to a certain point where you have to do that. Yeah. So I highly recommend something like that. Yeah. And the interesting thing is, if more events come up or whatever that I'd be going to, whatever, I'll shoot them your way.
Yeah.
And if you want to go, that's great. Basically, I'll bring you, and then I can introduce you to people, but then I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
And then that way you can basically network and get to know people.
Yeah.
And so there are times for me too, it's still intimidating, because sometimes when you're going, especially into a big crowd type of thing, that you
find it's easier in a big crowd.
Pardon?
I find it because you always have people to talk
you
to.
do, but it also depends on the crowd type of thing.
Yeah.
Where some the big crowd could be big, but they could be all cliquey.
Yes,
right?
That's true.
So usually if it's a smaller crowd, then you find that more people are by themselves or this or that. But when you have a big crowd like the Auto Business Journal, Christmas party or something like that, then you go there to try and meet people. But a lot of people don't go by themselves to that. They're all cliquey with their whatever. And then as a person going by themselves, it kind of is difficult to break into that clique type of thing. It's more challenging, I suppose.
Yeah, and you got to challenge yourself in this field because that's how you're gonna be able to learn in the future. What did I do in that situation? Well, I know what to do in this situation now because I've had to go through that. And networking, atmosphere, whatever it happens to be, then it makes your life a lot easier. Yeah.
It does. It's thinking about making life a lot easier. And then, you could probably attest to that. I'm always and it's been a while for me to adapt this because I always hear this, like always thinking about the glass half full as opposed to half empty, right? Type of thing. But it's come to the point now where there's just so much crap that's going on in the world, and everybody's demanding so much stuff, and then you're stressing out this and that or whatever. So when I encounter a problem or if there's some issue, whatever, then I always have to like take a couple of seconds and say, okay, you know what, glass half full, and there's a lot of people worse off than I are, than I am, than we are, typically, right? So it kind of like grounds things in perspective and stuff.
It was a really interesting case study that Edelman does. They do the trust barometer.
Right.
I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, super cool. And they're saying this year, like, the level of trust for like businesses, nonprofit, media is at all-time low.
Yeah.
And we're talking about, I've looked into it before, and it's interesting to think that, like, okay, people think of this, they don't trust us. They think we're spinners, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
But I think it's a great opportunity to change it. I think people have this expectation of what media is trying to do. It's like, well, let's flip it. Let's find a new way to change things. It's good when things are great, but I like the challenge. I don't know if you. It's good to have that little bit of like, okay, well,
absolutely.
How do we adapt?
Yeah, and you need to keep getting asked once in a while because you get too complacent after a while if things are always like, sunshine and rainbows. So, but yeah, I mean,
advertising in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah,
sure, it was smooth sailing during those times.
No, absolutely. Yes, that's true. Okay, is there anything else you wanted to add but did not get a chance to say?
I think I said a lot.
No.
Really, I know this. It's Robin Walsh. I don't know if you know him. He was a board member of CPRS.
He was there too.
He spoke quite a bit.
No, this is great. I mean, I'll be honest with you. It's just like. I think if you want to succeed in this business or whatever, it boils down to personality. I think you have a really good personality. You're not shy. I mean, it's really interesting that I noticed. I don't know names now, but going to that CPRS thing at the NHC, right, and then meeting a lot of students, some of them I just question, like, do you really want to be in public relations? Because you know what, they were so shy, and part of them, I was trying to get stuff out from them and stuff like that, which is really interesting, right?
Yeah, well, some people get intimidated when that's a very personable person comes up to them. There was a one law personality, and they're just like, oh, they're asking me questions, and I don't know how to freeze up.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, that's just how the person is.
It is.
But you're right. Like, I can't be going out to events trying to pick up new potential clients if I'm too afraid to talk to someone. Like, oh, I'm fucking far. I'm gonna do that.
Well, that's the thing, there was that break, and then I was mingling, and there was a couple of people, and I just wanted to find out more about why they were doing it, and I mean, there was this one person, and she basically was like, oh my God, it was like pulling teeth to try to get answers. And I'm thinking, and you're in the PR department? Like, the PR program? What's going on here? And everything, right? Yeah. So
I think a lot of people see PR as sexy. I mean, a lot of people don't see the research and stuff behind. We in our program, we get a lot of that.
Okay.
A lot of people that, I want to go into fashion. I want to, right? I want to go into sports. It's like, and as I started looking more into it, reading about it, and hearing people about it, I'm just like, I would never want to do that. Like, it is just, those people are paid. It's just like, you think PR is competitive now. How many other men and women do you think want to go to fashion and sports? And but there's so many. I find if you like communications, wherever you go, you're gonna have fun. As long as you're the right group of people, I find the work doesn't really matter too much. Like, working in a post-secondary institution, I never thought I was going to do that. But I mean, the projects we do are intriguing, and I get to understand more how the school I attend works. But also the fact that the events type of events don't change. The strategy, it's the same template, but just what you're really doing within the strategy, the specifics. Those are the only things that are different. And if you can apply those things you've learned to whatever type of line of work you're in, whether it's at that agency you're working a lot with like Comic-Con, other stuff like that, or if you're working with finance bureau or anything. I mean, it doesn't really. I don't find it changes that much personally.
Right.
I'm still early on.
No.
But I find if you really like communications, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah. Like you basically said that you like to write, right?
I like to do a bit of everything. I like writing.
Well, the reason why I bring that up is because I find it's only been research, like it has been coming up in the past couple of years or something, that there's a need out there for storytellers, people basically.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you know what? There's a lot of people out there who can do things and whatever, but they need people to convey those messages more so than just the who, what, when, why.
Exactly.
Because again, our attention spans are like so short,
Yeah.
and you've seen it all, you've read it all, type of thing. So you need to basically catch somebody's eye with something, or somebody's ear with some sort of story,
Yes.
type of thing, in order to advance what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. That's why like the Lumber 84 advertisement was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the one. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Short, told a great story. The story arc was great. They had the antagonist, the protagonist. They had I'm trying to think of all the other aspects of it, but like it was a great arc. There was a solution in the end. I love it. I loved it. I thought it was great. I don't go into writing as much as I like to. Storytelling, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's something that you definitely need to explore more, especially when you have that research oriented. Like I'm very research oriented from my university education.
Right.
That is kind of brilliant, but I like to think, okay, so we have as much data as we possibly can. How can we tell a story from it? How can we? One great example is Spotify did this awesome ad campaign. You remember a few months ago? They did they took their big data for how many times certain songs were played and other things like that. There was one they did with Justin Bieber. It was I'm Sorry, or Sorry, Justin Bieber. And it's
yes,
to the person who played Sorry 4,000 times in 2015, what did you do? Like, stuff like that. I love that. It's something so simple, but you can take research and you can apply it and really just intrigue people with it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love when your media that you create can create more media.
Yeah.
Your own media creates earned media, and that's just...
Well, that's the thing, and that's another thing too why they brought me on board to the agency, because of the whole earned media aspect type of thing. So, and again, but with regards to earned media too, you have to develop those relationships.
Exactly.
Because the thing is, you can only do so much by sending out media to press releases, because if you don't have those specific contacts in the industry, they're not going to come out.
No.
Type of thing. So half the time, like for the Star Trek thing, for the museum thing, I'm doing this with Susa Style. Like I'm calling all my contacts basically in order to get coverage, and that type of stuff you can't really buy, because the thing is, it's all the relationship that I basically built over the years. So building relationships with certain key people in the industry that you want is very, very important.
Yeah.
So,
and over the years, I find it's going to get more and more niche as more people come into industry. And I mean, traditional advertising has changed so much. That's why they need people like us, because I found, it used to be a company creates a product and they did an ad for it, and people just accept it like, okay, that's a product. And I mean, if they wanted to complain about it, well, it's too bad. There's only 3 other types of this product, and now there's so many other types of products. Now people can comment on stuff online and be like, well, I don't like this about it, and people can advocate for or against.
Definitely.
And I feel like that's why our roles are so important now. That's why our roles are growing now. It's 6% job growth rate, which is, I think, it's pretty good.
See what the numbers, eh?
Yeah, I got the key messages out there, man.
Jesus.
No, I tell you, it's been a year and I love this field. Like, this is, I know, it's great when you go into something like, wow, I know what I'm supposed to be doing now. I did university, I did a science degree in my health sciences and biology, and I was like, what the hell am I doing right now? Like, this is one to something because someone told me I should do it. I go to PR because it sounded great, sounded interesting. I want to tell stories about someone's organization, their service, whatever it has to be.
Yeah.
And then,
but then, there's some medical agencies out there too. Because when I would check the job stuff or whatever for comms or whatever, you probably fit right in if that's something that you want to do.
I like tech. I like tech and innovation. That's my big interest.
There you go. Okay. I also too, like, if that's something that you want to pursue, with regards to comms and PR for that or whatever, basically sit down and target the people that you want to reach out to, type of thing. And then my suggestion is take them out for a coffee, like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Don't do the interviews or don't do whatever at their offices, because they just get distracted by their phone, or you get interrupted by employees, type of thing, meeting whatever. Take them out of their milieu, type of thing, out of their environment.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So, which is
put them in space where they can't run away.
Well, no, put them in space we can't run away.
Yeah.
And also too, it's like, who will say no to free coffee or tea or whatever, right? So it's all good.
I would have upgraded to a drink, but I feel like I don't know if I could tell my prof, I want to grab a beer and no.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
But no, I appreciate you being able to go and talk to me.
No, it's all right. I'm gonna see if I can get you into. We're doing a party next Thursday.
Yeah.
Like it's our 40th anniversary party.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was gonna ask you, like, what do you guys? You have a year rollout you're working on, or?
Well, no, it's not. No, it's just like this one party that we're throwing.
It's not a 50th. It's a 40th.
No, it's a 40th. But still, it's gonna be. We're expecting about 300 people to show up.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
We're
great.
gonna be doing it at the CTV Studios at Belmedia on 87 George.
Okay.
It'll be catered and stuff like that. So this is what I'm doing right now, party planning this thing. So, but it's next Thursday from 5 to 7:30. So I'm going to see if I can get you an invitation
awesome.
with a guest type of thing, and then you can just come and do the PR thing. You know, there's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people there, right? So
That's business cards.
Yeah.
How important are business cards to you nowadays still?
It's interesting because the thing is, it could go either way, right?
Yeah.
Type of thing. I sometimes look, I forgot my business card, but again, we were already hooked up on Facebook now, so it's no big deal. But I find that still, when you're meeting with clients, and you know, if you don't have the business card, you kind of like
Use that little edge, right?
Absolutely.
I'm in this conflicted stage where I'm just like, I haven't been given business cards for a job. I don't need them. but I don't. I mean, I should. I know. I mean, potentially, you never know.
Yeah.
That's how people are gonna be like, oh yeah, I got.
I wrote a blog on the ACART website about, you know, business cards and stuff like that or whatever, where, you know, yes, in order to try and maintain that first rent, you just install an app on your phone and then just basically take that photo, right? And then it just populates your contacts right away with it, so you don't have to like type it in or whatever.
Like a QR code for your LinkedIn or something would be super convenient.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Snapchat does. I mean, Snapchat does it. Why can't you do it with LinkedIn? Oh, that's a good business. You don't use Snapchat? I don't like it as a bit like a marketing tool. Really, I think it's not quantifiable very much.
No, that's the thing. It's not quantifiable.
Yeah, you'd be like, okay, so we did like Fleshman Hiller did this whole thing on was it Uncle Ben's wild ancient grains and rice, something like that. And they're like, oh yeah, we did our measurements on Snapchat, we did a filter and all this stuff. I'm just like, okay, well, people use your filter, then what? How many impressions? Then how many people are really using it? Like what does that mean to you guys? So that's why I don't know. I'm with Twitter, Facebook's great, Instagram, love it.
Yeah,
it's the future. Right?
No, it's really interesting too, because there was an article that came out, and you know, we have at the agency we have this sit down called they call it Vivify, the session, and they do it like every 3 weeks or something, where our digital director sits down with everybody, like so it shows the up and coming things, or what things aren't what do they call it within the digital world, which is really cool.
Okay.
But
Vivify? It's called?
Sorry?
It's called Vivify?
Vivify, yeah.
Do you have to pay for it?
Sorry?
Do you have to pay for it?
No, it's among our staff.
Oh.
It's a staff thing.
Oh, okay. I thought this was like a public thing.
No.
I wish. That'd be great.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But one of the things that we're talking about is whether or not Twitter's going to be become obsolete by the end of the year, because there was an article that said it will be type of thing. So I don't know.
I think it's a communications tool. And I find it, like all social media is a communications tool, but it's very much a communications tool for communicators. If you want to reach a certain audience, you want to reach people that are going like journalists, stuff like that. I think it's a great tool personally. But for the everyday Joe Blow who goes to Starbucks and works at the government, they're not really. I don't think they're really using it. Students aren't using it. I know a lot of people in PR and communications definitely using it. Marketers definitely using it. But everyone else, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think more people are talking about whether it's going to become obsolete. So it's just because it doesn't turn a profit. So that's
that's also definitely big.
So that's the whole deal. After all this time, you're like, come on, so
it's hard to pay for your servers when you don't have money.
Well. That's the thing. See, at least with Facebook and Facebook ads, like they're even putting job posts down on Facebook and stuff like that.
Yeah, that popped up the other day. It was unbelievable.
I know.
Breaking into LinkedIn's market.
I know. Well, there you go. And LinkedIn is another thing too, which is really interesting because it's getting asked by people like, connect with me, like, who are you? I don't want to connect with you.
Well, that's the thing. It's we have people my age and a little older that grew up with social media that treat it like every other piece of social media, when in reality it's not, but it's going to turn to that. And I know it is, because I get requests from people I don't know how they are.
Right.
And so who's this guy from India? And their name is in Sanskrit. I'm like, I don't know who this person is.
Absolutely right.
And I know a lot other people will get messages like, all the time, being like, let's meet for coffee. People are just like, what the hell? I don't know this person. They're asking me all the time. I mean, I did that to you, but you saw my face once. So.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Not a complete stranger.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's another person from Algonquin too who basically posted that he's juggling like 5 jobs and blah, blah, blah. And
I know who that is.
You know who it is?
Yes. Yeah. It's like, this isn't Twitter.
I know. No, but it's interesting because the thing is, so I basically connected with him on Facebook and I said, listen, if you want some advice basically on networking and stuff because you're doing all this whatever, let's meet for a coffee.
Jordan Riley.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Jordan.
I know him. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
but I haven't heard from him, so I'm not gonna push it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
of
out there. I
course.
just basically said that this is all part of my giving back to people who started, because I wish that when I was like coming out of school.
Yeah.
But again, when I graduated from Ford, it was '89, so there weren't people that be able to do that, to mentor or to basically provide advice and stuff like that. So this is my way of giving back, basically, just
that's great.
help other people out. Because again, who knows? One day, maybe I might get let go by the agency because I don't know, something dries up or something, and then you might be some big wig type of thing. It's like, help me out here, right? So it's all about connections and keeping in contact. And stuff,
the
right?
networking never ends.
No, absolutely.
And it's fun. I like meeting new people.
No,
I mean, that's one of the biggest things about this job. You get to meet new, interesting people that have different perspectives on things, and you get to learn from them. And I think that's very important, especially in a field, because you need to have an understanding of different perspectives, especially when you're whatever your campaign is. So you got to be able to know every single angle. So, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, it's an exciting field, and again, you know what? Things are changing. Because usually when you have PR, you think of the olden days where press releases and this and that. No, it's more about earned media. It's all about basically storytelling now, which is really, really important type of thing. So if you go that direction, that route type of thing,
There's so many branches of it too. There's so many branches of it. Like, it's just unbelievable. Like, nowadays you can have an introverted person in PR, but they might be the one that does the blog, all the digital side of things.
Yes.
But they don't go out.
No.
And they may not call someone PR, but it's an umbrella. I like to think.
Yes.
And so it's very interesting. I think there's a whole debate. Actually, I read on that on PR Daily about, like, can you be introverted nowadays and in PR? And they basically said, like you still need to have a certain level of like connect with people, but you can have that writing side. You can still have. I feel like people can have a conversation and get themselves out there and still be a little introverted.
Well, see, for me, I think it's just basically the naming of it, because the thing is, if you're introverted and you're basically dealing more on the digital side of things and connecting that way, I'd maybe call it digital relations or something like that, or whatever, not public relations, because even though you're dealing with the public, but still, to put yourself out in front of somebody and shake hands and kiss babies, you have to have some sort of talent for that.
You got to really be able to put it on.
Absolutely. So for you have no problem with that type of thing. So
I love it.
That's true. So
like I said, I got into this. I was like, okay, well, shit, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is where I'm supposed to be.
That's great. I think when it stops becoming fun, then that's when you have to start questioning.
Look at something else. They say every 4 years you should try, not change change businesses per se, but change jobs within your company, or try something different, or just.
So it's 4 years now. For me, it was every 3 years that I was told that.
I've heard both things.
Yeah.
I've heard 7. I've heard 4. I heard.
So
everyone seems to have their own idea of what it is.
And it goes fast because if you do that. Because when I first started, here in Ottawa, I said to myself, I'll give myself 3 years, and then look elsewhere. Maybe look back to move back up to Montreal, go to Toronto, or go to New York and become an MTV VJ.
Really? You want to do that?
That was back then, right?
Yeah.
Come on, that was like.
I don't even know if they have VJs anymore.
No, they don't.
No,
that was the deal, right?
So it's like Much Music you are big on Much Music. And, and they are completely switched their platform, and they're now just do TV shows.
It's just TV shows and stuff. There's no music videos anymore, type of thing, or whatever. But I mean, so those 3 years would happen, and then after that, we got bought out by City Blue Media. No, we moved to the Bywood Market, because before we were in Ottawa South, on Walkley Road. So then I said, okay, you know what? So we're going to move to this new building. It's going to be like 299 Queen Street in Toronto. It's open concept, and blah blah blah.
Very hip, very exposed brick.
That's right.
That stuff,
I interactives with whatever.
Yeah. So
that was good. So now we were at 6 years, right? Because the 3 years passed, and then at that time, when it came to year 6, CTV, Globe Media bought us out. So I said, okay, I'm not going to go anywhere, because now the TV side is the thing that's coming in. Something that's really exciting, right? So that was pretty cool. Now we're at year 9, and then Globe Media buys us out. Different thing. Okay, again, why would I want to leave? Now I have access to all these other networks that if I need to move, I have all the properties that Bell Media owns, right? So now you're basically at year 12, and it's like, okay, you earned too much money, Jerry. We're out of here.
That's it. How important do you think learning how to do script writing is now coming into our field?
Depending on where you go.
Yeah.
Depending on where you go, type of thing. I mean, I don't do any script writing whatsoever, but I think it's basically, working in an agency that deals with a lot of radio advertising or maybe television or something like that. But it's just like it's great to write and stuff, but I don't think, because with script writing and stuff, it's more has many more constraints.
Yes.
So you have to follow this formula.
Like copywriting.
Yeah, like copywriting, and it has to fit within a certain time type of thing. And I find that a lot of things, like we just said, that more and more it's all about storytelling, and it's all about basically the emotion. It's all about like the experiential, as what they call it, type of thing, or whatever. You know, like playing on people's emotions in order to convey the story, as opposed to just like the facts and the who, what, when, where, why.
Yeah, so as long as you can, convey, like say you have a videographer, you guys have, yes, you do have videographers, but as long as you know how to convey those messages that you want to get and what the idea or the theme is around, whatever. So you guys did a lot of work with in Toronto with the transit, right?
Yeah, we're doing stuff with YRT.
Yeah, so if you're, what are we trying to say about whatever, an issue is, or something we want to advocate for, or something promote, and you can get your key messages and kind of plant them on your videographer, and they will kind of go from there. Is that usually how?
Or else if it doesn't, because we only have a small team, so if it doesn't do it, then we contract out to like a production house or something like that, or whatever. But let me tell you right now, I'm very, very impressed that you've done your research on the company, because it's very rare that people do that. So I am impressed.
Yeah,
I am impressed.
I was like,
just like,
Yeah,
no, because
it's just that's funny, because like some people are like, oh, wow, I had to like do all this work to do it. I'm just like, don't you just find interest in what they're doing?
I find. I hate to basically say this, but when I would hire millennials and stuff or whatever, it's just like they were all in their own world type of thing, and then it's just like, so tell me something about the company. Like they're applying for a job with us, they don't know anything about it, they haven't been on the website.
Like, I like the logo.
Yeah, I know. It's just like. It's crazy. So that's why it's very rare that I see that. So good for you.
I guess it's a different type of, very business oriented. Like my dad is the director of client relations at a tool and die company, and he did that for years and years. Then he left it and he got laid off and did all this stuff. But he's a contractor now because that's his passion, and he was able to finally do that. But I learned a lot of business different tricks and just interaction from my father, and I found that's something I've been able to carry on. I know there's a lot of millennials, the typical millennial is not, they live in their own bubble, or the echo chamber even, which is even worse. And they don't, they're just so self-absorbed, and you can't. I don't know. I try to distance myself from that aspect of them. Yeah. There's definitely good aspects of millennialism. I like.
No, there are.
There are definitely some that.
But the whole spoon-fed thing is just doesn't. Like I said, when I was like trying to hire all my experiential people for the Star Trek thing, and we would go out, take the captain's chair out and stuff, put them in costumes or whatever, and just trying to get a sense of if they've done any research on the company, or if they've seen any of our promotions or whatever. And a lot of the times it was again like pulling teeth, or one of them basically was really smart and tried to turn it on me, and I said like, so have you seen any of our work? And he said, well, it seems like you guys do a lot of exciting work. Tell me about it. Well, wait a minute. You're the one that's supposed to. You're the one that's supposed to tell me, because I was supposed to be hiring you, not me. Like should be.
No, that's no, I'm not a fan. Not a fan of that. But you guys are trying to think of other business you guys are doing. I know a lot of Ottawa stuff. You done a lot of stuff in Toronto.
We do the Senators. A lot of stuff.
Space and Aviation Museum. I think it's one of your clients as well.
Yeah, like Egg Farmers Canada.
I think it's cool. I think Egg Farmers Canada is awesome. So it's just like a whole different market. That's a whole. I mean, you're targeting, depending on your project, you're not targeting like regular consumers. You might be like probably like stakeholders or farmers.
Yeah, so it's like farmers, consumers, stakeholders, advocacy for like, absolutely, so it's just like.
That's what I love about agencies. You get to do a little bit of everything. You get to work on government side. You get to work in, small, large, medium, micro, like, and then it's just, I think that's, agency is definitely where I'm going to end up when I'm done school.
Okay.
But I haven't decided where, when, or how.
Now, are you really from Ottawa?
I'm not. I'm from Waterloo.
Oh, okay. So everything I'm moving back there because of the high tech.
God, no. Come on. How much PR do you think is in Waterloo? PR opportunity. A lot of great client opportunity. A lot of startups. Definitely an opportunity to pull in some great clients from there. But I mean, a lot of any policy you would want to do, or a lot of big publication stakeholders you want to pull in, it would be in Toronto, or Ottawa. Ottawa's got their big developing innovation scene too. It's always been a competition between Ottawa and Waterloo, so I think there's a good connection there, and I definitely would like to work with some people coming from Waterloo and stuff they're working on. The federal government invests in, there's a company, I can't remember the name of it right now, but provides space. It's like factory, you know, for the factory here. There's the
Yes.
it's a startup hub. There we go. So, you know, people want to go to this, you know, place, work on their startup, you know, get some advice from people. There's people there to help them out, kind of, you know some of the administrative side, the legal side, all stuff like that. And they'll help them, and the company gets this, or I should say the government organization gets a small percentage of their cut. Very, very, very minuscule. But it's really just to support innovation and new development in our country. So I just think that is awesome. But like that's
what year are you in?
I'm in my last semester.
So this is your last year.
Yeah, I have to do my
co-op.
Yeah, I did. I got that lined up already.
Oh yeah, where are you going?
Yeah, I'm working my job right now at the college.
Oh, okay, so that's your co-op thing.
Yeah, that's my co-op doing full time. But I don't know. I'm still deciding whether or not I'll go back to university in September. So I'm kind of, I don't know.
What if they hire you on full time, basically over there? Like
I wouldn't want to stay there. There's too much to learn. No.